Thank you very much, Eunice, for those warm words of welcome. Although I think I do have an issue with you calling me boring twice. We'll have to have words about that later. I feel a little bit like Steve Jobs today because I'm kind of expecting to talk in this direction, but actually I'm going to have to pace. But I've taken the cue from Eunice on how to perhaps do that. So before we start and continue, and I tell you why I'm here, I would also want to express my special thanks to all of our customers who are in the room. And those of you who are our customers will know that we like to call you our nesters. So thank you very much. You've supported us from the beginning in building your own nest egg with Nesta at a time when we were starting out, which frankly is the most difficult time to persuade anyone to support a new business. So thank you very much for that, for your trust in Eunice and myself. Of course, for those of you in the room, and I do see some new faces, I hope that those that are not our customers yet will finish the day and will become our customers. Now, turning to why I'm here standing before you today, Eunice has asked me to say a few words to you today on why I co-founded Nesta with him. Now, you've seen the video, which was an absolute nightmare for two people who are boring to put together. But those of you that know me will have seen that over the past 25 years or so, I've been involved in the global Islamic finance industry. During that period of time, and there are some very elite Islamic finance bankers in this room who will know this, but for the benefit of everyone else, during that time we've seen governments, including the United Kingdom government, launching Islamic bonds. We've seen high street banks such as HSBC, Barclays, Standard Chartered, Lloyds, all establishing Islamic operations for their Islamic finance business. We've seen US banks like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan all having Islamic finance teams. We even have banks in far-flung places, such as Japan, doing Islamic finance. It's a growth industry, and we could continue name-dropping today. And we haven't even mentioned the UK Islamic banks, those in France, in Germany, in the Middle East, and in Asia. So you might be thinking, why is this relevant to why Mohammed co-founded Nesta? Well, before we get into that, I guess I should have warned you at the beginning that I'm trained as a lawyer, and we used to get paid a penny a word when writing contracts. Appreciate it was medieval England, but unfortunately, that habit of long-winded contracts seems to have gone into speech as well. So, advance warning, that's why we're going so long. Seriously though, one thing that I've seen in all of these businesses is that they have this in common. They do Islamic finance in order to make money by servicing a global community of investors. So think about that. All of those names, they do Islamic finance, and you may not have known that, but they do that because they know there's money to be made by servicing a global community of investors. But in this increasingly shrinking world we live in, what about the smaller communities, the communities that Eunice has mentioned? Those investors who cannot open a wealth management account with a global bank, or if they can, have a lack of investment products with those banks. There is hardly anything available in the UK for a family office, so a business that structured itself with a family office. High net worth individuals have problems as well. So even the ultra rich have problems in finding product. And let's not even talk about retail customers who have even less choice in finding product. What they can do is put money with an asset manager. Now, I don't know your experience with dealing with asset managers, but my own experience is whenever I put money with an asset manager, they seem to make more money than me. Sorry if there's any asset managers in the room. Now, one of the themes behind Nesta and why I'm so passionate about the business model is that we take global best practices from all of those institutions that I've described. We take the best of what they do and we apply it locally. In essence, a community-based approach is our business. We think that's empowering as a theme of our business. Now, the word community, you've heard that word quite a lot today, but it's a very important word to us because, first of all, we all are very much part of a community and we're part of a much larger community. Well, we have chosen in our first product to support the commercial SME businesses in the UK. And that's because they're the backbone of the British economy. Commercial SME in any country is always described as the backbone of the economy. So by investing in Nesta product, you are in fact empowering not only yourself in obtaining a higher secured return, but you're also helping grow the economy. Just pause and think about that for a moment. I have coined a phrase for that. I'm calling it profit with a purpose. We often hear also about sustainable financing and the word ESG. But tell me how many investments you have in your portfolio that give you more return than an asset manager will give you, whilst at the same time empowering growth in the commercial SME sector, the backbone of our economy. And at the same time, your investment allows us to break off a portion for a retail customer who may only have £1,000 to invest. And as Yunus mentioned, with the changes in ISA laws, tax-free. I want to focus on that for a moment with an example. When a business, family office, or high net worth individual decides to invest in a 12-month investment that's giving maybe a secured return of 9%, we break part of that off and we give that same investment to retail customers. So they are now standing shoulder to shoulder with the family office, with the high net worth individual, with the institution, even though they only have £1,000 in the deal. That's empowering and opens up bank-grade investments for everyone. And that's why I call it profit with a purpose. The more you invest, the more product is available for retail customers who historically have been the most financially excluded community amongst us. Long-winded answer to my question on why I'm here. I refer you to the remark I made earlier about how lawyers used to be paid by the penny per word. But this is why I co-founded Nesta with Yunus. Now, finally, from my perspective, I wanted to, having answered the question that Yunus posed to me, explain why you are here, other than the free meal. So thank you very much for that, Yunus. I want to thank Emerald Network, first of all, in helping us set up this event, which looks like, from the way it started, will be an excellent evening of celebration with all of you. But I also wanted to extend a special thanks to the Nesta team who have worked very hard in putting this together. But one person in particular, Farha, who probably doesn't want me to say her name, and again, I don't know where she's sitting, and I'm not going to ask her to stand, but Farha was really amazing in putting this together and sorting all the invitations out. So thank you very much to Farha for everything that you've done. Not sure where she is, but she's obviously hiding somewhere. And to all of you, thank you very much for listening. I'm very conscious that I stand between you and your dinner, so I will stop there and thank you all for taking out time from your busy schedules and joining us for this celebration. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much indeed. And there'll be plenty of opportunities